Well, Gary, a tremendous win today and a performance full of confidence too.
John, it's been a tough week. A very disappointing week last weekend, Easter. By being in the top 5, of course, as we all know, and not taking the opportunity at that time which we wanted to take in front of a very large crowd. I think that it was very tough for us against Welling, and I think with a little bit of a depleted squad, and I've never looked for excuses. The recovery time for the game at Dover was not ideal, and to get beat in the 88th minute was tough. Haven't been about this week, John. The early part of the week due to a bout of gout, which is very, very painful to go on top of the Easter results, so we're having the best one. But to get here today and ask the players some questions on behalf of this football club was probably the biggest testing time that me and Steve Thompson will have in the 4 years we've been here. Because to get where we've got at the present time after 43 games and coming into a game against Gateshead, who without doubt a wonderful footballing side in every way or form, it was certainly going to have to be a big test of character and mentality, how we would handle it and how we could try and deal with it. Ideal start, wonderful strike from Josh Payne. He's been getting some great goals actually. The one up at Lincoln was a special one with a free kick, and I think the one he got at Chester was a very special goal. And I think the left-footed shot today was even more spectacular. And so to go 1-0 up was the ideal opportunity, the ideal start for us to give us a little bit of a cushion and belief after the setback last week. But it was very encouraging, John, that in the meantime, from the period of we had scored the first goal, between then and the second goal, we'd hit the post with a Kevin Betsy shot, Joe McNerney had an header which hit the crossbar, and then Scott Rendell, I mean about 25 he's got now this season. Another great goal for us. To get that 2-0 cushion was very important, and Gateshead, it does never affect Gary Mills or Darren Caskey as a management team. They will always emphasise to their players about playing football the right way. That's what they've always done in their careers, playing football, and they would never change their method or way of playing. And Gateshead got back in the game. I didn't think they were really hurting us, John. I think they had a lot of nice passing and possession, but wasn't really causing us problem. I felt we were nice and compact and kept our shape well. But from being 2-0 up, no, without doubt, could have been 4-0 up. There was a big decision made by the referee. No complaints with the decision. No complaints with the decision. It's handball. It's inside the penalty area. But the difference between going in at half time from being, say, 2-0 to the good, where you could have been probably more out of sight, and a position of a penalty which was awarded, to be 2-1 was going to be a major factor on the result or the game going forward for the second half. Good penalty, struck it well, struck it clean, but a great save from Jake Cole. I think he used all his experience, no disrespect to Michael Crowe. I fetched Jake back in today. I felt it would be an important part to use his experience, and Michael Crowe has done very, very well in the games that he's played. And Jake used that experience, and to be 2-0 up at half time was a massive plus and a boost and relief for us all round, I think, in the change room and probably around the ground in general. We knew that the second half would be tough, but I felt we started the game a lot better than what we did at Dover. We started on the front foot the second half, and I think the game was set up really that they would have to, and they would continue to keep coming forward and leave gaps behind, and risk getting beat or conceding more goals by trying to get back in the game. And hard work and shutting down and pressing and holding our shape and was an important time. And we got the penalty. It looked like a mix-up between one of their defenders and the goalkeeper, and of course it's a penalty. And Josh Payne put that penalty away very well with Scott Rendell off the field as a player at that time. They lose a man, which you don't like to see at any time. but that's how it is. And it was a case of them really, John, seeing the game out, which I think we've done very well. So to win the game 3-0 against a team who weren't completely out of the playoff hunt, and keep a clean sheet, and have Joe McNerney back in the side today, and Jake Cole back in the side today, and having Brian Sara and Joey Jones available now going forward to Nuneaton, it's made today's result and performance, from 1, scoring goals, and 2, defending properly, and the performance and the reaction what we got out there today, first class all round.
And Gary, compared to, say, the Dover game and particularly the Welling game, there was a freedom and a fluency about us today, wasn't there?
I think, John, that the way it's turned out, I know in hindsight it's a wonderful thing after to say it, but I think the events what had happened on Good Friday in respect of Aldershot going to get a very good result at Forest Green, which helped us, and Eastleigh drawing with Macclesfield or someone, I don't know who they played, something went on somewhere, but no, they lost to Dover, I think. They lost to Dover. So much has happened, but it happened too quick for us, John, and we were very nervous, and we never dealt with the weekend the way we'd like to deal with it, all the way round. I think we saw a great opportunity, and it was in front of us, and we never took advantage of that. Not through lack of trying or not wanting to, but there is definite, and I can sense that. I've sensed it in the past, but I think you can sense it even more, that there's a different type of pressure when you're in the top 5 in there than just sitting on the fence on the outside. Now, results have gone against us in one way, people might say. I don't look at that. I think Eastleigh have done their job what they had to do, and Forest Green have had to do their job today against Macclesfield. We've done our job. We have to play the final 2 games, and they'll be tough against Nuneaton and Halifax to give ourselves a chance by winning both their matches. I still believe that it'd be a wonderful achievement, whatever comes out of it, John, to take it to the last game of the season down here at Kingfield against Halifax, and I still believe there'll be some twists and turns, and if any other manager, we know Martin Allen's different. He said he never looks at the fixtures, he looks at them all the time more than me. But if anybody turns around and says they don't look at the fixtures, I don't believe them, because I've looked at the fixtures, and we have to do our job whatever comes out of it. But I think the 2 games what Forest Green have got now, Gateshead away and Dover at home, are very, very tough for them as well, in every way or form. And I look at the Eastleigh games, I know they've got 3 to play, but their next 2 games, they go to Halifax Tuesday and they go to Lincoln on Saturday. We're looking for some help, but as much as we're looking for some help, John, we've got to do our own job. But that will, I believe, go to the last game of the season, which will be an unbelievable achievement for this football club. From where we've come over the 4 years, and the support what we've had from the supporters up and down the country, and had a new board has all worked hard together and trying to form this football club on a sound, solid footing going forward, and all the volunteers, including yourself and other people who will work hard for this football club. I think, as I said last week, that it's very special, John, and I think that we could go into a period now with 2 games to go, which could be arguably the most important 2 league games in this football club's history, without doubt. I know they've had the wonderful days of winning the FA Trophy and that in the past, and the FA Cup runs, but I think Jeff Chappell was the first to say that he would love, and rightly so, because I talk to him every day, and people like Jeff Chappell would love to see a new chapter of history being formed at this football club. And we're in that position at the moment of trying to achieve it, John.
And Gary, how difficult is it to get the players to focus on one game at a time and not get distracted by what's going on around them?
I think that, as I say, last weekend happened too much. It happened too quick for all of us, really. It surprised us all, right? In the sense. But I think we're okay. I think it's a massive boost today, which we've had in respect of players back available, like Jake Cole and Joe McNerney, and John Goddard had a knock. He wasn't 100% fit for the Dover game, and having him back in there, I made 3 changes today, and now we've won that game, and Joe McNerney's had a 90 minutes under his belt, and Jake Cole's had a 90 minutes, and John Goddard's come back and come through today, and now you've got Brian Saar back and you've got Joey Jones back. You can plan and build for hopefully a nice relaxing week, getting focused for the Nuneaton game.
Lovely, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. Hope your gout gets better.
It will do if we keep winning, John. Cheers.